January 4th.
We did?
Yes.
Any changes? Any motions? Any seconds?
I motion that we accept the minutes of December 7th as, oh, excuse me, yes, right?
January 4th.
January 4th, I'm looking at the January 4th.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any bills? Tell me it's Azu's. Anybody want to sign this one?
And that's the supplies.
Correspondence. Need to send a letter to the Mass Department of Transportation and let them know who the chairman is. Talking, this is from
Oops.
VHB, and they're going to be doing test borings along the Mass Department of Transportation is planning to undertake geotechnical borings within the right-of-way in Raynham between the Eastern Town Line and the proposed Raynham Park Station. The borings are required for design of the proposed trestle through the Hockomock Swamp in compliance with the Secretary's Certificate and the DEIR. For the train, that the MBTA is short like $14 million this year on what they have. Good luck to them building a train, huh? The other thing is the MACC quarterly, if anybody wants to read any of that stuff.
I think those are being sent individually to the, I received my own.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I got mine.
I don't.
You don't get one?
I get it online, I think.
Okay.
You get that.
I save paper. But there's an article in there about the railroad right away too.
Yes.
Mhm.
Any files to discuss? Any site visits? Signatures for the order of conditions for 90 Crimson Street.
Hi there.
Morning.
I prepared the order of conditions for your signatures. Azu is going to come in tomorrow and work the office, and he's going to go over the letter, correct? 90 Crimson Street?
Oh, yeah,
Okay. So if you could have his
Okay.
signatures, and once he finishes it, then I will finalize it.
Just one place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you did get the email about when the hay bales would go in.
I haven't even checked any emails.
Okay.
Been trying to fight the insurance, fight the insurance companies.
This was like a week ago
That
or
was
whatever.
that was the 90 Crimson, the swimming pool, the order of conditions.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
you've got
yeah,
that, yeah.
okay, yeah, yeah. Well, the only thing that needed to change in that, Bill, is the hay bale line was actually, if you look at it, I defined it around the pool, not around the,
Okay, so it's,
rest of it.
as long as it's construction of the pool.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, as for our readings, we have a continued, going into the formal session,
Yeah,
we have the continued,
yeah, well.
So
you
we
have
don't
no
have to
need
read on
yeah,
that.
No.
okay. But we do need to read the
Right.
All
and
public
looking at the
hearings,
hearing, Yeah.
Okay, so you can read, Paul?
All public hearings and meetings heard by the Raynham Conservation Commission on Wednesday, January 18th, 2012, at 5:30 PM in the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall, Donald L. McKinnon Meeting Room, 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., are relative to filings and joint hearings and/or meetings under Mass General Laws, Chapter 13, Section 40, as amended, in the Town of Raynham Wetland Protection Bylaw.
Okay, continued public hearing for continued ANRAD SMND Realty Trust and Locust Street Realty Trust, Pine Street. How are you?
Yeah, I'm Frank Gallagher.
You're gonna have to stand by the mic, Frank.
You can use that.
Unlike your brother, you're softer
okay.
spoken.
So, yeah, I'm Frank Gallagher, Gallagher Engineering, and I'm here with Rick Smith from SMND Realty Trust. And we were here, we presented this to you at the last meeting, and we needed to complete our site walk. We had done some checking of the flags, but we hadn't finished. So we did complete our site walk the Saturday after the last meeting. And what we found was that it looked as though everything was in place. We walked the wetlands and the top of bank flagging. There was, from our first meeting, we did have one wetland flag, one of the ones up here at the very end that we did talk about changing. That change isn't really reflected here yet. But from at least discussion, it looked like everything else was pretty much as it should be. Couple of things, though, did come out of the site walk, and what we found was along Bassett Brook, there were a couple of places where people had cut trees down and they'd kind of fallen across the brook. They're changing the flow pattern a little bit in those locations, so we talked about removing some of those trees. And specifically, we found them at flag B49 and at B31. And B31 is right here where a cart path comes through. B49 is up in here. So that's, I think, pretty much everything that came of our meeting on Saturday. As I
Dave and Bill and I went out there, and we walked the entire riverfront. And in some areas, you'd think that the line could have moved up, inland, but then up towards the upland section. But then when you stand on one flag and looking at the other one, and we realized that some intermediate flags had fallen. It was pretty good, really good flagging. So other than that point that I had seen earlier, there was a good delineation. But definitely those logs need to be cut, those trees that fell, and they need to be removed. So.
Do we need to do anything separate for that, or just tell them?
No, they just need to go ahead and take it out, and then let us know when the day that they're gonna do it, so that we're aware of it. And then I can go out there and observe it.
As far as this goes, the plan does not show the change.
No, I haven't submitted a revised plan yet. I guess I just wanted to make sure we got through everything and that there weren't any other issues that might come up from meeting with the commission. It's just one change that needs to be made.
You guys good?
Well, we can describe that change anyway in the ORAD.
We can?
Yeah, because it says modified as follows. There's a section on the ORAD that says how you modify the line.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the distances that they
We
need
have
to.
all our file numbers or whatever we need.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else in the public wish to comment on anything? Anybody want to make a motion?
To,
Approve the line?
So, yeah, approve the line as delineated except for the wetlands, number 70,
Which one is
what
it?
was that number, 75A?
P,
Where at the top?
75P.
yeah.
Okay, that needs to move,
6 feet?
not, it needs to move easterly 6 feet and southerly 10 feet. So that will be the modification of that.
Okay, I make the motion with that modification as mentioned by Azu. John, did you get all that? Okay, yeah, all right, so make that motion.
Second?
Any further comments, discussions, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous.
Kevin, I also have your red all set, ready to
Okay.
go, if you want to put signatures on it.
Yeah, and I can
And
write.
you can read
I
Just
can
write
write
that
it
in.
now.
Right,
See
exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
One place, Gail.
Yeah, just that line.
Thank you.
Welcome. Now, when it comes to reading,
I have it for Paul.
hmm?
I have it all
I
taken
have
for
it.
Paul.
Okay, do we just read it?
Yeah, yeah, just, now, next hearing will be for 291 Orchard Street, and then you read the ad.
Okay. So he has a copy?
Yep.
You have a copy of the ad?
Yeah, I typed it up, big up for him.
Okay,
Is that how it appears, is that in the paper?
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read it, Paul.
Okay, in accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter
Thanks.
131, Section 40, and the Town of Raynham local bylaw, the Raynham Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, January 18th, 2012, at 5:30 PM in the Donald L. McKinnon Meeting Room in the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall at 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., on a notice of intent filed by David and Ann Marie Peachy, 291 Orchard Street, Raynham, Mass., 02767. The applicant proposes to take down dead, dangerous, and compromised trees over a hanging house that would be located 20 feet from a bordering vegetated wetland. The applicant also requires review and approval of a delineated vegetated wetland line and associated resource areas. The property is owned by the filing applicant, name and address same as above.
And there's a notice in the
Is that?
Taunton Daily Gazette on whatever date, that's,
December 7th. I mean, no, January 7th.
yeah,
The
so that's,
ad appeared in Taunton Daily Gazette on January 7th, 2012.
right. So next time, that's what we really should be reading,
Read
so
this
we
one?
can, right, that way we can read the newspaper at the same time.
Okay. He does have his DEP file number, which he sent to me, so that's
Okay.
good.
Did we get a deed file number?
Yes.
Yeah, that comes the next day, I already know. So following day, I couldn't believe it.
That's good.
So there, there's really, got it just as notes, and have things in the, behind it, in the back of it, pictures.
Are we delineating anything on this?
Now, basically, he's gonna tag the trees that he wants to take down, and then we'll need to go there and see the trees, because I'm not gonna recommend that we're grubbing, pulling it from the stumps. I will recommend that he's got, because there are a lot of companies that do grinding, so
Yep.
that's what's gotta be done. Not that we're stump, they shouldn't be able to, they shouldn't be stumping it, because that will create more problem, given the proximity of the work area. So he needs to tag those trees, and I will have to go out there and physically see the trees that he's taking, right, before he
Okay.
can do that.
We do know the trees already down.
Well, you did mention that you had a couple other trees that you wanted to take
Yeah,
down.
that they actually lie on my neighbor's property
Yeah.
since we found this out. Yeah,
Okay.
there was another tree that I wanted to take down, but since the stop work order, obviously I can't.
Yeah.
I've since learned that they're not my trees,
Okay.
they're my neighbor's trees, so there'll be no
No new trees to take down.
There is no more new trees to take down, no, only what was done.
Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, so what needs to be done is, the one that he already took down needs to be cut, and then removed by hand, no equipment there. And then he needs to get people that do grinding, to grind the stump. and not dig it out with the machine.
Okay.
Stumps already been dug out.
Hmm?
Stumps already been dug out.
So you cut the trees and then took out a stump while you have a cease and desist order?
No, that was all done before. Nothing's touched since I got the cease and desist order. Everything is as it was left.
And then
Dave was there, he took all the pictures. Everything's as it was left.
Do we have those pictures here?
I don't think you can get any pictures.
I know Dave took over.
Did Dave
But-
take them?
Yeah, Dave took quite a few pictures, yeah.
He never turned them into me.
I saw them when I was here, yeah.
I have pictures, I'm the butter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you gotta go through, Mr. Chairman, after we go, and then invite the neighbors to speak, right?
Well,
And then they can do that.
He has pictures. Can we
Yeah.
take
yeah,
the
well,
pictures?
Just invite.
Yeah. Can you just state your name
Yeah.
and address for the record?
Sure, up here.
Yeah, please.
My name is Russell Thomas, and I live at 295 Orchard Street, next to David Peachy. And
Are you to the right or the left looking at his house?
left.
Okay.
I'm here because I feel there's a dispute on the land that's owned there. In 1993, I put an addition on the house which required, in the planning board, for me to get engineering maps, which I did. When Mr. Peachy moved in, I mentioned to him that the fence that's up does not represent
The property line.
the property line. Well, a month after that, I think, or even longer, he trenched from his back door down to the stream and went onto my property and put the PVC piping so that, I don't know, he's pumping something out of his basement or rainwater. And where it goes is the back of into the stream in the back of my property. I didn't know what to do. You know, I talked to him again. He never said to me that he questioned the boundaries that I told him. Otherwise, I would have shown him. He knocks on my door one day and says, "We're going to take a tree down, so we have to take the fence apart. Do you care?" I thought he was taking an old dead tree on the side of the house, to be truthful with you, so I said, "Go ahead." We went away for the day, and when we come back, basically, he cut everything down. And then put I don't know, on my property, what he had cut up and sawdust. And that's when I became concerned and wrote a letter for the mere fact that part of this is on my property. I didn't want to be responsible for it. I have some pictures here. They're not real good, but it shows basically how much has been cleared out of there. After this happened, I said, "Why didn't you come to me? Why didn't you? This is such a needless hassle here." And say, "Do you have a map? Do you have anything?" And he said, "No one in their right mind would put a fence up that's not the property line. And I can plead guilty to not being in my right mind, but it is not on the property line." So there's a picture here of half of what is cut down and also the piping that runs on my property. If I could give these to you if you want to look at them.
Pass them up. I take it there's been no survey of the property.
Yes, I did engineering in 1993 to put an addition there.
Did they mark the boundary at all anywhere?
No. But I got the, do you want me to show you what I do have on it? This is my property, and that's his.
So the fence that you put up is off to the, what I would say, to the right of this line,
Where's the fence?
approximately?
Approximately right here. I mean, they put this in there.
That dashed line is the fence.
So it's 18 to 20 feet.
Inside your
Okay.
property. Yeah. That evidently is the fence right there. Fence in question, that you saw in the pictures?
This here, these lines?
Right, yeah. He said it's approximately 18 feet off his property line. Now, this is his actual property line, but the fence appears here.
And the trees have been cut even further than the fence?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
They're even further into your side?
Yes. No, not on the other side of the fence. Towards his,
But on your land?
18 to 20 feet of it is. And in the pictures, the sawdust and everything he got is right up against my fence, which
Which actually is your land?
is my land.
Okay.
So,
Different. Like this.
So what's happening with the sawdust?
Nobody's even asked my side of it yet. I can't believe everyone's asking my neighbour, nobody's even asked me exactly what happened, how it comes to.
Well,
pass or anything.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking for pictures so that I can see. You didn't have pictures, he had pictures.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Your turn. Can you just step
Well,
up to
actually,
the...
he did have a turn, just said, he had a turn to make a presentation, which has no more trees proposed to cut.
Can you step up to the mic, Bill? And actually state your name and address, just for the record, because I
Yeah.
know we didn't do that before.
My name is David Peachy, I live at 291 Orchard Street.
Okay. As far as the tree cutting,
As far as the tree cutting is concerned, yeah.
are you disputing that it's on his property? Are you-
I'm disputing that I cut down any trees on his property. Worst comes to the worst, one of the trees could have been borderline roughly there on the line. That is very possible. All the other trees were on mine.
Hold on. Just a point of information, Mr. Chairman. The hearing is really related to the wetlands.
I know,
We are
but
not making determination as to.
my question now is coming
That's
into,
all. Just to be careful now, we're not
Yep.
getting into private, because that would be a private.
Right.
Civil issue between the two parties. But your concern will be, how does that impact the wetlands? The cutting of the trees, and the removal of the trees, and the sawdust.
Mhm.
Whether he cut it on his land or not, it's something that they have to issue, work out between the two parties, because you're not
Well-
a fence, the commission is not fence viewers, and the commission doesn't do survey of a property.
I do see
Boundary
an issue with
disputes.
this pipe draining out,
Well, that's a legitimate issue for conservation.
and I don't hear mention of that in our notice of intent.
That's been there since I moved in. I did that before I moved in. That's been over 5 years.
Still a violation.
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
make it right.
again, I didn't know that was a violation to put rainwater into the stream.
Rainwater that came out of your basement, or is
No,
it?
it's from my gutters.
Okay.
you can, welcome to come and trace it. It's from my gutters. It picks up every one of my gutters and goes under the ground outside into the street.
Okay. From here, where do we go? We're gonna have to do a site visit?
We will need to do a site visit, Mr. Chairman. A lot of the information that we have, because yes, that was not mentioned in the order, but the notice of intent, but the notice of intent was written up in response to the enforcement order that we did.
Okay.
And when Mr. McCree went out there, Mr.
was-
McCree identified trees and spoke specific to trees. So his notice of intent was written to address that enforcement order. Obviously now that we have pictures, we have more information that we can take a look at. But the cease and desist order did not raise any issues concerning the downspouts or that pipe. So,
Okay.
so now that we have that information, and maybe ask Mr. Thomas, right?
Yes, sir.
If we can keep those pictures.
Certainly.
Okay, thank you.
I'm quite
Today
welcome to
is-
come out and take some more. It's not, not an issue. It is what it is now, so.
Today is Wednesday.
The 18th.
If this is posted tomorrow, if we were to post for Saturday, it's too late already?
No, tomorrow, oh yeah, because tomorrow it's,
If she posts it tomorrow
tomorrow's
morning?
Thursday, right?
Yeah. If it's posted
Yeah.
tomorrow morning,
48.
Not 48,
48.
and that's actually 48 business days.
so
Well, we can-
it
yeah.
wouldn't
We can-
happen for this
You
Saturday.
can, you can't push it at 8 o'clock anyway, right?
Because I have to
you-
clock it in.
Right, so,
All right, so a week from Saturday. Can everybody be available? 9 o'clock in the morning, a
Yeah.
week from Saturday.
What's the date on that?
I have class on Saturdays, 8 to 12.
1 o'clock in the, what time?
Works.
There'd be no football game that week anyway, so.
Yeah.
28?
The 28th
We talking the
in the
28th?
afternoon to
Yeah,
Saturday.
next,
I know,
yeah, that would
I
be
free.
28, that's correct.
Okay.
So 1 in the afternoon.
You wanna
that
go
works.
1, 2, what's gonna work for you getting here, Azu?
Oh, no, 1 will be fine.
Okay, 1 o'clock, everybody, on the 28th? All right, we're gonna schedule a site visit. We're gonna call it a public hearing
Yep.
that will be scheduled at 291 Orchard Street for Saturday, the 28th, at 1 o'clock. Okay?
Okay.
And that way we can all be there, and there's no issues with the open meeting law, because Gail will publish,
I'll post this.
post it Monday or
Post
Tuesday.
it Monday morning.
Okay? And Gail will send us all emails. I don't know, do you work the 27th in that morning? I don't know if it was a holiday or something.
Summer's coming. Okay.
It's easier to say
So
what
then
days she does
continue
work
it.
in the summer.
Then continue it until the first.
Past, yeah.
Okay.
So does he have to sign something to continue
No,
it?
because this is the first time we're opening it.
Okay. All right.
Just make a motion to continue?
Well,
Let's see,
unless
is
you-
there any, do you have anything else that you'd like to say at this point? We need to do the site visit.
Yeah. I suppose I can say everything at a site visit.
Okay.
Would be, there's a lot more that went on, but I
Okay.
don't know how interested you are, but there's a lot more and a lot of lies that have been told tonight.
Okay.
But,
What I'm really interested in
it
is
is
what's happened.
Exactly, it was what to do with the Conservation Commission.
Okay. As far as this being a meeting, are neighbors allowed to attend or not?
No, you can't,
I-
no, the Conservation Commission members are going out there for site visit.
Okay.
And
That
by the
being
authority, by the authority of your role, you have the right to go out there. but you cannot invite an abutter on somebody
Okay.
else's property.
Correct.
You
Well,
wanna
I'm
be
just making sure of that.
Yeah.
But if he has any more evidence, testimony, whatever we want to call it,
Well, we
as
can
to.
go over to his property and ask him if he has anything that he wants.
Well, I mean him, if he wants
Yeah.
to say something while we're at the,
Yeah, but it's just an information gathering.
Okay,
You're not,
okay.
you're not rendering any decision
Okay.
on the site.
I just want to make
Yeah.
sure that,
Okay, so basically, this is a information gathering,
visit.
That's right. You're not making any decision on the job, on the site. You're just there to, just like a court. A judge will visit a site,
Yes,
property
okay,
to
right,
see the scene
familiarize
of the
himself
action.
with
Yeah,
everything.
that's all.
Okay.
Would the judge take his clerk and secretary with him on a Saturday morning?
I've seen a judge take a clerk. I don't know about secretary, but
Never mind.
Just remember, budgets and town report.
You're all done.
Exactly.
Excuse me. If
Yes.
there's more testimony that's gonna be given. which they
Well, that's why I think we'll take that up at the next meeting.
right.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
come to, no, the commission will continue the hearing to a date and time specific that you can come right back at. Yeah.
Nothing has been decided.
That being said, when's our next meeting?
February 1st.
February 1st. 5:30 here.
Yep.
Okay, we have a motion
I'll make a motion that we have to continue this
to February 1st.
to February 1st. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's continued to February
Okay.
1st.
All right, thank you.
The site visit will be on January 28th.
Yep, see you then, 1 o'clock.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you, we'll see you.
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Should we
So we,
close this one out and read it after?
Mr. Chairman, does that complete our business?
I think we just want to go into executive session for a couple of quick minutes
Okay?
with no other business conducted afterwards.
Okay, so then we can tell them that you're done.
Yep, so motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting and go into executive session. Seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Roll call.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. We're done.